John, congratulations on the film. I really loved it. A real five-star movie, I've got to say. I mean, there must have been an awful lot that attracted you to making the film in the first place. Presumably, part of that was working with Kelly Reichardt. What was the big draw for you?
Um, at, yes, working with Kelly was a huge draw. I had been a fan of hers for a while. I'd seen most of her films. I know she's doing something unique and very special in cinema right now. Um, but at the end of the day, I usually like to go on the script, and this script was so clear. The vision was so on the page, and not a lot changed when we told the story, and when the viewer gets to see it. Um, and this beautiful tale of friendship that ends with such heartbreak uh, was intriguing to me. But also the character of Cookie, which is kind of an antithetical Western hero, was really exciting to be a part of. So all those components led me to really want to be involved with it.
And what was it like working with Kelly? What's her style as a director? Because she has quite a distinctive style on screen, but to work with, what's she like?
Well, when you're working with her, it's very much like a family. That's why a lot of the same people kind of come back and work with her. Um, but she has a command of the ship, like not many directors have. I think that comes from a confidence in her knowledge of film and her appreciation of cinema and her command of the story. She's a professor in her spare time. She teaches cinema at Bard College in New York. So you have this sense that she has a supreme passion, and she's not going to lead you astray. Um, so I think it creates a familial dynamic on set, and just a real trust in what she's going to do, and you feel very safe taking that journey with her.
It looked from the film like it must have been at times quite a demanding shoot in terms of you were outside all the time in all sorts of weathers and lots of rain and lots of mud. I mean, are you an outdoors person?
Uh, I want to say yes, but really the truth is probably no. I'm a kind of a city boy. I do like to get out and hike, and I like to take a walk, and but I'm not like, I'm not doing a rodeo anytime soon, or like a cattle drive or anything like that. But it's funny that it looked that way. That's a tribute to Tony Gasparo, the artistic director, because he, and also Chris Blauvelt, they made the world look much more harsh than it really was. It was actually pretty pleasant. We were in these state parks that were beautiful, untouched state parks, because a lot of Pacific Northwest has been logged, and the trees are only 100 years old or so. These are untouched parks. Deer would come right up to you and let you pet them. It was just beautiful. And it was also, I want to say, late summer, early fall. So it was very mild, pleasant weather. Even the water wasn't that cold. So sadly, it wasn't that tough, that part of it. Um, I'm trying to think of, maybe the most difficult moment was probably when I was fishing the salmon out of the water, because there, you're getting wet and trying to catch salmon, but it was a really lovely experience.
You've ruined the whole illusion now. You do realize, don't
That's
you?
no, that's cinema. Cinema is the illusion. Um, and I prefer to be comfortable than be miserable. So I appreciate that they made it a nice experience.
Now, your co-star, Orion Lee, I mean, your two characters are so different. They're so poles apart. You're very introverted. He does all the talking. How did you go about building that relationship on screen together?
Um, it's funny because Orion will say that he thought the characters were much more similar when he first read it. It wasn't until he talked to Kelly that he realized that King Lou is much more extroverted, and Cookie's more introverted. Um, I think at the end of the day, they're both outsiders. They're lonely. They're seeking connection. Um, and it takes King Lou's, you know, kind of ringmaster persona to you know, balance Cookie's painfully introverted nature. But that's what they're looking for in each other, and that's why they're able to build this home together and form this business relationship and deep connection. I think, I don't know, maybe we're both, I'd say we're kind of similar to our characters. I'm much more extroverted than Cookie is, but you know, I think Orion's take on capitalism and things like that is much more in line with King Lou, and my feelings about business and things like that, and how to make it are much more in Cookie's world. You know, he's more of the progress and I'm more of the past. And I think that's Cookie and King Lou in a nutshell.
And of course, Cookie is a cook.
Yes.
I wondered if, as part of your research, you actually sort of maybe tried your hand at some of that, if you like, frontier style of cooking.
I did. I mean, I cooking is a hobby of mine already. So it was really exciting to kind of explore this world of cooking. Kelly sent me several cookbooks from the Lewis and Clark expedition, which is the precursor to the Oregon Trail, and even the precursor to these guys going out with the fur trapping parties. So I found myself the months before working through these cookbooks. It's very quiet, slow style of cooking, which helped me find the rhythms of Cookie. Also, we did a little frontier camp where I was able to learn how to make the oily cakes and the clafoutis, and so it was a lot of fun exploring that.
What actually goes into oily cakes? Because with a name like that, it doesn't actually sound very nice. But actually on screen, they looked quite tasty, I've got to say.
It's just a donut. It's a donut. It's dough, sugar, milk,
That
you know, flour. I mean, sorry, flour, sugar, milk. It's a donut. It's fried dough. Every place in the world loves fried dough. So you can't go wrong. And the fresh ones, I think, were pretty delicious. And some of the people who were in that line got a fresh one. Some got a day old, but that's how it goes.
And of course, the milk was absolutely essential.
Yes.
I mean, you as an actor hardly ever seem to stop working, because of course we've seen you in Umbrella Academy and Orange is the New Black. I wondered if, though, you saw yourself very much as a character actor.
I think you know, most actors want to be character. They always say that they want to be character actors. I think I really am a character actor. I'd like to be a leading actor sometimes more, but you know, no, I love it. You know, I've always respected those guys, those kind of character actors. You know, I like. You could go back to the beginning and all the way up until now. I think those are the actors who at times deliver the best work. They get to take the most risks because they don't necessarily have the weight of the entire thing on their shoulders, or the expectations of being something that, you know, this unreal expectation of what it is to be a man. So I really enjoy it. You say I work, I feel like I could always be working more. I think that's the Midwest nature of me. You know, I grew up in Cleveland. I just want to keep working, and hopefully I'll continue to keep getting exciting, interesting roles.